Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the bank today. Running it back to the back to the back to the back to the back. Running it back to the bank today. Baby, I feel it relaxed today. Gotta go try to relax today. Whoa, whoa. Gotta fill out all my apps today. Cry from my.
Welcome to the DMV's Vibe Podcast. I'm Miss Pink,
And I'm feeling swagger.
and we are going to dive into a topic today. If I had to title this show, I would say Soft Life, Hard Truths. If y'all didn't watch the last two segments that we did with our lovely panelists, it was such an amazing conversation we had the
Definitely.
opportunity to speak to women from different generations, and I'm proud of the show that we did because the feedback that we've been getting has been amazing. um, and everybody was so vulnerable and open into the
Yes.
conversation, and I feel like we didn't get everything that we wanted to talk about into that segment, so I'm looking forward to being able to continue that conversation. But it was definitely an eye-opening experience to see how different people can cross paths at different times, and then
Mhm.
it really all makes sense as you further continue in life. Getting to hear the perspective from my sister and my aunt and their different journey, and Miss Lamana's journey. It was um, some of it is like, okay, some things that we have to look forward to,
Mhm.
some things that we may not have thought of from that perspective. So it was just a great conversation. But in regards to today, a soft life, but an honest life. A lot of people say they're in their soft girl era,
Period. I'm in my
and
soft girl era, and y'all can't tell me that I'm not.
so we'll be talking about setting boundaries and what it looks like when you're in this era, what it truly means, because everybody has different meanings to it, and understanding why peace isn't always peaceful. So everybody loves the idea of a calm life until it means cutting people off, logging off, sitting with your own thoughts. And that's something that we really talked about, is some people cannot be by themselves.
Yes, there are people out here in this world that literally jump from relationship to relationship, or even with their friends, they go from friendship to friendship, because they don't have a healthy attachment, a healthy dependency, I guess, if that's the word that we're looking for.
What what would you say soft life means to you in your own words?
So soft life for me is really just somebody that will come help me, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But a soft life to me is just not having drama, not um going to sleep peacefully. Like, I, for me, I go to work, I go to the gym, I come home, I go to church, I podcast, I shop here and there. Just a life of comfort, and not saying that like every situation, like, you don't know problems arise or you don't have any worries or anything like that, but just in a space where it's like, okay, I have a routine, it's not a whole lot going on. um Again, it's like, it's just no drama, it's just relax, like a chill life, and you kind of like settle into your day-to-day, I guess, your day-to-day life. And I just feel like for me now, like, I feel like I am living a softer life, and I also make time for myself. So like, I get massages, I get facials, um, any like little self-care stuff. To me, that's also part of having a soft life. So I guess that would be my definition of
Um,
what it looks like.
for me, I would have to say a soft life um, is, I think, just being out of survival mode. With is I don't have to have this rough exterior and not gonna say I walked around angry, but I walked around like I was serious. I would smile a lot, but when it came to like just walking down the street and someone looking at me, I was always on the defense. But as
Mhm.
opposed to like now, I feel like I give people grace, but I also is like, hello, like I'm gonna speak to you because you're looking at me. I'm not just going like mean mug you. And I think part of that also came from me like spending so much time in the country. Is people are nicer.
Yes,
People are so much
they do wave
nicer.
at their neighbors when they riding down the street. Cause I know plenty of times of sitting in my grandmother's house and people riding down, hey,
Wait,
people walk down the street waving at you. And even when I went away to school, I went to school in North Carolina, so we looking like, what you speaking to us for? Like, I don't know you, but you realize that
it's the
it's
environment.
just a southern thing.
Another part of soft life for me, something you spoke on, is having someone lighten your load. Like that's one of my love languages, acts of service.
Yes, please.
Um, please come and help me. I ain't saying help me financially. Like I had 8 million things to do. Do one or two. Um, that's something that I've also like. I feel like we're both very independent, but we
Yes.
want somebody to help us.
Please,
We're not.
come wash my
Yeah,
car.
we are not hyper independent. Where it's no, I'ma do it. I'ma do it.
You
No,
know?
we appreciate someone who is genuinely there to help us in any capacity. Um, I told my cousin this the other day where I was such a tomboy growing up that it really was no conversation like the transition between that.
Hmm.
I like to be comfortable, so like as it's getting cold, it's hoodie season now. It's a little chilly. Y'all gonna see me up here with hoodies and sweaters on. I'm not in the manner of trying to be cute for the cold. No, thank you. But I do always like to be comfortable. Um, so I used to correlate, and it was a bad habit of correlating how I dress with my femininity, but those two
The
are
same.
not the same thing. And so I even had to have this debate with other people before, like, just because I dress this way, it doesn't change my preference and who I want to date. And it doesn't change how feminine I am based upon the clothes that I wear. Um, the pressure to look peaceful online versus feeling peaceful offline. I feel like that's just an overall issue with social media.
But people always try to put on a facade and try to make it look like everything is peachy keen, and it's really not.
Like the
Um,
Frosties.
Baby, I don't ever want no Rashida Kirk type of love. You can have it. But I think also sometimes when we talk about being peaceful and trying to look peaceful online, I feel like people who are truly like at a peace or at a positive part of their life or in a positive whatever,
They
like
don't
they're
keep
not
yelling at
constantly
you.
posting. You know what I'm saying? Like it, and it makes me even think about myself now. Like I've been doing so much stuff, hanging out, doing whatever, and I really do not be posting it like that. Like I really be living in the moment. Like I literally just posted my pictures and videos from North Carolina yesterday, and we was there like a week ago. Um, and people like for me, I am at a peace. Like I had this moment with my therapist. It was the day before. It was a Monday, and on Mondays I typically that's my time with the Lord. And I have a prayer journal, and I write in my prayer journal, and it'd be like certain things that'll be revealed to me and dropped in my heart and in my spirit. And like I just could not. I don't remember what it was, a gospel song that was playing, but I could not stop crying. And like I was crying, I had my eyes closed, and I opened up, and I just looked around my room, and I was like, "This is peace." And I said it out loud, and I said, "This is peace," and I just kept crying and I kept crying because for I really felt like at such a peace in my room. My room has truly become my place of peace, and I don't have to post a million pictures online, or I don't have to make it look like I'm at peace because you're gonna see it on my face. you like it just felt good to really finally feel like I'm at a peace. And now don't get me wrong, this is before I went back to work. If I would have stayed off of work, I still would feel at peace. I'm
Um,
just saying.
I think that a lot of people always try to put on a persona like everything is okay to the world because that's kind of like how a lot of us were raised. Like whatever happened in this house, stay in
Stays in
this
this
house.
house.
And so when you go out in there into the world, like just put a smile on. And a lot of people have brought that same mindset to social media where I'm showing you this, but it's not necessarily what's going on in their life. For me, I will say like half the time when I'm posting, it's stuff that I may relate to, understand. It might have been a phase in my life, but as far as like even for my birthday this year, like I realized I didn't really take that many pictures. It's because I was like really learning to really live and stay in the moment while you're in it is I feel like that was really peaceful for me because going away from here is always peaceful for me. It's always a time for me to reset, especially when I'm by some water. You can't tell me nothing being by a body of water. Like it's just a calming, peaceful place, especially when you don't have a problem being by yourself, or you have a good amount of people around you, a good community around you that you can talk through a lot of things with, where you're not bottling those feelings up. And I think that's where a lot of people in our generation and our age bracket have learned what peace really is. It's still some messy people out here.
Yes,
There's
very
still some
messy.
people who are battling their own demons, and I really hope y'all do the work to get to a better space. But to understand that the things you have to sacrifice to be in a peaceful place, I think is really important. Um, a lot of people hold on to friendships and people
Hmm.
based upon the history that they have with them. And sometimes them people are hindering your growth,
They
uh,
detrimental to your
blocking your
life.
blessings.
Hmm.
Um, that's one thing that I had to learn. But I also think, excuse me, if you've ever moved away or went away to school and you leave some of those friendships and people behind so that you can continue to grow, it gives you a different perspective on people when you're not consistently around in that environment.
But I also think like even as we grow older, like you really start to value yourself, and it goes back to your peace because you have to be willing to cut things off. You have to be willing to let not just people go, but places. Sometimes jobs. Sometimes like there is certain things that you have to let go or to help you elevate. Um, and I feel like who your people are, those are your people. Because regardless if you are friends with somebody and y'all may not be on the same trajectory in life, but if it's a solid friendship, you'll still be able to have that friendship, and you may be over here for a while getting yourself together and your friend is understanding to that, and then y'all can meet back in the middle, or y'all can meet back up and y'all pick up right like y'all never left. But then you have some people that you really do have to let them go because like I've said before, for me I realized that a lot of my previous friendships were very codependent. And so codependency can be very negative and it can hinder you, it can hold you back. And um and so when you learn that and you learn to let go of those things, and you once you really learn to be by yourself, be comfortable by yourself, and sit in your own stuff, it will be easy to let people go. It will be easy
Easy.
to just be like, you know what, nah, whatever. And this is just for me personally. And I know some people might say this is wild, and I know some people not going to understand it, but after watching my mama take her last breath, I promise you, I do not care who stays or who goes because I watched a woman that gave me life lose hers. So for me, and I know I've had this conversation with some of my other friends who have lost parents, like once you do that, like I don't care, bye. Like it's so, it's easy to watch you walk away. So I might be hurt for a little bit, but I'll be alright.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I also I think we might have touched on it a little bit before. Is like understand it's okay to grieve friendships and
Mhm.
relationships and take that time and space to do so. But holding on to it for longer is going to make your grieving process even harder. So it's like take those necessary steps. We always tell you to do that self reflection. And it's okay because, like, there are going to be different stages of your life where people serve different purposes.
Mhm.
And everybody is not supposed to go with you to your next level. So you really have to take time to, that's why it's important to really take time to nurture those relationships and bonds because sometimes some people are just surface level people. And so it's like, okay, yeah, we turn up, but what else is there outside of
Yes,
that?
if you gotta get you somebody that you can, if y'all can turn up together, y'all can pray together. Y'all can support each other mentally and emotionally. Like I think that's the biggest thing. Like people, you gotta really sit back and look at who's around you. You know what I'm saying? They only around me when they want to go to happy hour, or you know what I'm saying? They only around when I'm out here doing something outlandish or crazy. But when I'm in my last dollar or I'm hungry or I need a meal, like, can you feed me? Are you gonna feed me? Will you help me? You know what I'm saying? And I think about that with my friends. Like, if I need something, I know who I can call. If they need me, they can call me. Like, I'm telling you, one time my best friend was like, "Can you cash out me $30?" So I didn't even ask her what it was for. Nothing like that. That's my girl. Send it to her. She's like, I'll pay you back. 2 days later, she gave it back to me. I never asked her what it was for, whatever, because I ain't care. But I just know that somebody needed me in that moment, and I know that everything is vice versa. So y'all really have to sit back and really examine your friends and your friend groups.
Yes, you always want to find people who not only can you pour into them, but um, vice versa. Because you don't want it to look like a one sided friendship, relationship. Um, that can be draining when you're the person who's always pouring, pouring, pouring. It can be extremely
Trust
draining.
me, I know that.
Um, and I think a lot of people take it for granted, especially when it's been like friendships that you've had for a long time. Like
Or somebody you dating.
they always expect you to show up in that way, and it's like maybe today I ain't got it. Maybe today I'm not there, and I think that's really important when you're going into a relationship. Is
Yeah.
um, how is that person going to react when you might not be at your 100 today? Um,
Been there, done that.
with this era of dating, and we talked about how the dating pool is, I don't even want to say it's trash no more. I'm gonna just say that the weeds is high. Like the best way to describe it is the weeds is high, and I feel like
A
it's
waste dump.
um I do understand more how dating has changed. I wish we had got into that topic more.
Yes, but
With
we got to get into it with the guys. We really got to get
um,
into it with them.
yeah, oh, we gonna have some even better questions for the guys, is because it's a lot of things that, of course, us as women cannot speak on because we are not men, and so to be able to have an open conversation and ask questions where we hope they will address it, and be open and honest,
Yes.
transparent, not only about their journey, but helping women to see that other, get that other perspective, because that's really what our podcast is about giving people another perspective and insight on things
Mm.
that they may not be versed in. Um, So I know we're in the era of, social media and online dating. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I feel like at one point online dating seemed kinda, I'm not gonna say normal, but I feel like it was in a safer space at one point.
At one point in time, I mean, I feel like back in like 2000, like let's say 2002. I'm gonna say like the Black Planet era, and when
Mm.
people used to use POF before it became prostitution of fishes, because it's not, it's not plenty of fishes anymore. It's now a prostitution site. Woo. Well, buddy, I feel like it was a little bit different, and it was probably a little bit safer.
You remember the chat rooms? So we was in like high school.
Yes, and my AOL name was MD. It was Carmelo Girl 06. I'm sorry, and it was spelled with a U and not an I because I was so obsessed with Carmelo Anthony.
Well, I pretty much had the same similar nickname, email, Reds 20785. I don't even know why I still remember that though.
Yes.
The AOL was used to be popping back in the day, and then they had like the online chat rooms, and that phrase that everybody used to put up in the chat room, ASL, age, sex, location.
Yes.
Um, that time it seemed like it was much safer if you met someone online, you talked to them online, and then you met them in person. Where nowadays it's like you turn on the news and people end up missing.
Yes, and catfishing real bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure people was catfish before we know what a catfish was, but now like it makes me think of the Craigslist killer and all like now it's scary and people still do. They still use Tinder and all those other things, but I was on Hinge during COVID because somebody asked me to go on with them. The most unhinged, hinged is unhinged, very
It
unhinged.
is. I,
Um, I'm good on the social the dating sites. Y'all can have those. There are no type of dating apps on my phone. I decline.
I
Respectfully.
tried, and yeah, it's just a no. I'm just gonna have to go back to going outside. Because while I did meet people who could hold conversations, um, their expectations was
Yeah,
just
you
out of this world.
know,
Like,
this was like last year sometime. It was this guy. I think it was on Instagram though. So you know how people ask those getting to know you questions. Y'all, this man sent me this long message, all his likes, his dislikes, his favorite colors, his like.
he wasn't from Baltimore, was he? Because that shit sounds familiar.
No, he from VA, but it was given like, sir, you keep this as a note in your
Yep.
phone and you just copy and paste it and send it to different females. Don't send me no bullshit like that because that's inauthentic. Like I don't want that. It's not
And
a organic conversation.
if you want me to remember, don't do that shit. Because I feel like the best way when you're getting to know somebody and you asking specific questions, you're gonna remember that. I'm not gonna memorize this ECR that you done fucking
Yes.
put in this there.
This 5-page essay.
And the dude got, I'm telling you, I swear, I hope it's not the same person, but I'll never forget a nigga did that to me. And yes, they is a nigga. Because I addressed like two things. It was so long. I did read it, but I'm like, oh, okay. He wanted me to respond with everything the same way that he
Yeah,
did.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not finna waste my breath, Ninja. I'm not. Like then he had an attitude and got real nasty. I was like, see, you wasted your time sending me this. You could have just wrapped that conversation up. Um,
Oh, I can't wait till we had these conversations with these men.
But I feel like online dating is just in a crazy,
I
weird
decline.
space. And I think I said this before where if you are lying to get what you want, it's very predatory.
Yep.
I'm not saying you P Diddy or nothing, but you was inching your way close to him. So like,
Just be honest, my boy.
be honest. Transparency is the best thing that you can give a woman because
They don't know how to be transparent though.
if y'all learn how to be transparent, like we respect honesty over anything. Y'all saying no, y'all don't. Yes, the hell we do. People who are sick and tired of ninjas and people playing games, we do respect. We respect it.
For all the men out there that keep saying women don't want to hear the truth, they really don't. No, we do. We do.
It's the problem is they think that there's no reaction to hear it. Like nobody said that is we're gonna receive. Everybody receives information differently, so that's what you have to take into account. Like if I met somebody and they say, "Well, I would like to go on a date with you, but I am dating other people." Well, I appreciate you telling me. So, only thing I want to know is if we on a date and one of them motherfuckers pull up, is it gonna be a problem?
Yeah, when you say you dating other people, like you know what I'm saying?
Do they know you dating?
Give me the opportunity to make these decisions because that be the problem. Y'all lie because y'all think y'all saving yourselves. But see, when I find out you lie, you just made it worse. Now I don't want to talk to you at all.
Right.
Now you blocked. And you can't call this phone no more.
Because if you lie to me and then you put me in a situation and
That
compromise my safety, now not only am I gonna want to fuck you up, but it's gonna be a couple other people that's gonna have an issue with the predicament that you put me in, and they gonna want a man to man your ass. So all I'm saying is like, be honest, and that go for the ladies too. Like, be honest.
Yes.
Stop putting
playing
these
with
men in predicaments where they could lose their life. Because some of y'all, I don't know what y'all be doing to people, but yeah, they be taking people's life behind something, and then you don't even want to be with them. So like, let's just save everybody in the equation and be transparent and honest, and put your big girl draws
Put them on.
and go ahead and be honest with these people and stop I'm gonna say stop screenshotting everything, and every man is not spicy or like I don't like how they in social media now, like if a man responds a certain way that a female don't like, they want to call him gay. The only thing
Yeah, I
that
don't
is
like that
gay
either.
is if a person prefers the same sexual preference or orientation that they are. That is the only thing that makes a man or a female gay.
You know what I don't like even now is all of these men that are coming out basically trying to say like these celebrity men are like DL and stuff like that. Like that's a big assumption for y'all to be making on people. And I had scrolled on TikTok and I seen somebody doing that and they named like all these different celebrities or like these people, these men that's on here trying to tell women that like every man that presents in a certain way is an ideal or you know what I'm saying, or they're gay or whatever the case may be. Like y'all gotta stop doing that.
Or calling ninjas soft because they care about the person that they with.
Yes, like I hate how people be coming for Russell Wilson. And I'm glad he clapped back the other day though, but I don't like how they come for him because he's a family man. He loves on his wife. He loves her out loud. He loves on his kids. Like
He's a godly person, and you can tell them.
yes, like there's nothing that doesn't make him soft because he loves his woman out loud. And I think that's the problem. Like I don't want a man that's gonna be rah rah all the time. Like I want somebody that we're vulnerable. Yes, he can cry in front of me. Yes, we can talk about different emotions. Yes, you can show me the softer side of you. Like I don't understand. Like y'all want to walk around with grizzly bears all day. You want that man to holler and scream at you all the time, and you know what I'm saying. You want him to be shut up, bitch. Like that's what you want. Like you don't want him to be soft, like, and then I don't understand, like, going out Oh, if a man eat a chicken wing a certain way, like where do y'all be coming up with this
Stay
stuff?
off social media.
Like,
For real.
oh, he got this on. Oh, he drinking this type of drink. Oh, he drinking. Like, where do y'all come up with this type of stuff?
And the stipulation, I swear, and I don't want to throw it on no specific generation, but it seems like a lot of y'all in y'all early 20s is the ones who are on the internet saying some of these crazy accusations about it's unmanly for a man. How do you know? Half of y'all wasn't even raised with y'all daddies, so how do you know what's what's manly and what's unmanly? And I don't want to use that as a joke because I do understand, that can change your perspective on things. But stop trying to tell a man what's manly and what's
It
unmanly.
is nothing wrong with a man getting his feet and his nails manicured, pedicured. It's nothing wrong with that. It is nothing wrong with a man that gets facials and takes care of his skin. There's nothing wrong with that. They have skin just like we do. They have nails and feet just
I
like
ain't
we do
saying
as
go
women.
paint your nails pink or nothing. We just saying.
It's just like it's grooming. It's called grooming, and it's called taking care of yourself. Like these, and then you have some of these men who be talking about men shouldn't be washing in between their butt cheeks, and no, they
Man,
should. They should.
I done seen some stuff on TikTok. It's be like,
Woo. I be like,
I know you stink.
don't touch nothing. This is why I keep hand sanitizer in my car, in my purse. This why. Every time I touch the gas pump, this why. This why I'm sanitizing my phone. And that's why, because of stuff like that.
Some people like I've seen. Luckily, I have male friends who have great hygiene,
Yes. Shout out
and
to my male friends who are
um,
clean.
when you go to what people would consider a bachelor pad, it looks like a normal setting. It don't look like somebody who's staying in a trap house. But
And
that's
it smell good.
yes. But I realized like I done met some people in the last I'm gonna say just 15 years. In the last 15 years span that I'm just like, how do you live like this? Is you okay? Like,
Yes, because and that's another thing. That's basic adult. These are basic adult skills, like being able to cook, being able to clean, do your laundry. Like that is not a gender specific thing. You are grown. You should be able to do these things.
and soon as, to go back to the dating part, soon as somebody come to my house and they be like, "Oh, this is nice. Oh, you got to go. This is gonna be the last time you see me," because I just feel like it's nothing. It's nothing different or like super amazing at this age that you should be amazed by at my house. Nothing.
Well,
Like
they be amazed.
it, I don't even have no words for it. Um, so like we said, everything is posted on social media. Do you think it's fair for people to screenshot, or when is the best? When is an inappropriate time for somebody to screenshot and post? When it comes to like niggas sliding in DMs or females sliding in
I just feel
DMs.
like y'all shouldn't do that at all. Like like I screenshot like the scammers. Like I've done that with the little scammers that send me a text, but I'm never going to like screenshot a conversation that I had with somebody and post it to be like messy or anything like that, or to show that somebody sliding my DMs. Now, I might screenshot and send to my friends. We have a little key in the group chat and then keep it moving. But I'm never going to like screenshot and then put it on my Instagram or social media to like out somebody or anything like that. Like I just don't feel like that's cool. And I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me, so
I have done it, and I ain't got no shame in me posting it. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Like because if you go back on my Facebook and see the things that I screenshot and post, like nobody would believe me if I didn't tell y'all about it with the damn proof. Like it was it was a video of this dude and he was in my DMs and I would not acknowledge him at all because he already seemed weird. And then he sent a video about all this stuff that happened to him. And I was like, why are you telling me this information? Like, I'm not even responding to you.
He said she gonna talk to me.
Man, I had people who wouldn't leave me alone. It's more so of like, for me, it's proof to the public. If something happened to me, these are the people that will not leave me alone. Um, but as far as wanting to like out people for different things, it wasn't for that purpose. It's just like literally, I generally tell people, leave me alone. Like, please stop. I done blocked people and they found other ways to contact me, and
Ooh, I thank
that's
God
so
that
much
is not my
effort.
ministry.
It's so, like put all this effort into somebody who really wants to talk to you.
That's it. That's all.
I just don't understand. Like some people done been one text message away from me, but like you know what, I just want a restraining order because you're. This is not applying pressure. If it's somebody who don't want you, that is not applying pressure. Please, please. One of them found me again. I don't know what the month of September was. When we were, so we did a separate fast. Mine's was no liquor, and it seemed like every person that I dealt with, and I'm gonna say since I was like 21, like they just magically reappeared and found me on social media platforms, and I'm like, we, what the hell is going on? But I understood eventually, like having a real honest talk with myself and with God. It's because I had prayed about some things, and I think He was trying to test me to see if I was still there and I was gonna spin the block, or you know, if I had actually done the work and was able to discern what was going on. So yeah, didn't nobody get nothing about spinning the block from that. Um, but I do sometimes I appreciate the test that God gave me because it also shows me like my growth.
Hmm.
And because there was a time where I was a little delulu, not like chasing behind people, but thinking when people spent the block that it meant it had a super big meaning behind it. Some people, niggas just be bored.
They be bored and they just see if they can come back.
Yes, and
That's really what it be about.
yes, and I'm so happy that I've grown so much. I'm so happy. So we also wanted to talk about heartbreak. So we started talking a little bit about grief behind friendship breakups. Um, there's some friendships that I think were unhealthy, and I think over time, once you do that reflection, you're able to see that it was unhealthy, and it doesn't hurt as much once you really do that reflection period.
I mean, I feel like for me, I've had some friendship breakups that was like, dang, really, that's how it's going, or that's how it's going to end. But now I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. Like sometimes I miss like certain friends because of that the stuff that we used to do or something like that. But now, it's for me. It's just like it is what it is. Who is here is supposed to be here, and who's not is not, and that's just how I look at it. And then also, I've had the like times where I had to sit back and reflect on myself because I always like, especially when it comes to best friends, like I just have a tough time keeping female best friends, and I honestly I don't even know why. And like I've sat back and I've reflected on some of my other previous people that I had referred to as my best friend, and I know that for a lot of it was when when I started elevating, then they start acting different. So I've been in those situations like that when you start moving forward, you start moving differently. That can like cause a rift in the friendship. But as far as like that best friend or friendship breakups, like I've had plenty of those. So now that's why I always tell myself now I'm my own best friend. And it's not anything negative, but it's just like my tribe is my tribe. But I call my college best friend. I call them my best friends or my sisters because we can go months without talking and still pick up right where we left off at. But as far as anybody else, it is what it is. I'm just whatever.
Yeah. I think I think how the friendship ends also plays a part in how you grieve. Like if it was something where you just like kind of slowly burned out, you didn't talk as much as opposed to a blowout conversation or a situation that made you be like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, that makes a difference. Definitely on how the friendship ended, um, and words that was said or conversations that was had. That definitely make a difference.
I will say is as I transition, I feel like I've had a best friend. I've only had one person who stayed for all the seasons.
Hmm.
Um, well, I would say it's one living person who's been here for all the seasons. But having a different best friend in each season also showed me that sometimes the people who were my friends before I went to that next chapter, they was not supposed to come with me because the way that they thought and processed things, it would have been too much conflict.
Hmm.
And I'm not a person who even really like conflict. Like, if you piss me off, you will see a different side. But I'm not finna go back and forth with you. I'm not a person that I ain't got too many words for you. One thing I did work on was my anger, but yeah, I'm not finna do that with you. So anybody who has that energy, I've kind of like backed away from. Um, when it comes to certain friendships, like I think the biggest thing is I was scared to mix and mingle friends together because I'm like, oh well, I know how this person temperament is, so
Yeah,
they
that's how it
shouldn't
was with
be,
my old best friend. She couldn't. I felt like she couldn't be around my other friends.
and that makes it hard because sometimes you want to have occasions where you just have everybody together.
Hmm.
Um, I'm happy I don't have to do that in this season,
Yes.
but I think I'm still mindful of what environments we're going in because different environments also bring out different sides of people. And like we have one of our friends who I really feel like she can do well in any setting, but sometimes she does surprise
Yes.
me.
Surprise, surprise.
But we love her for always being her authentic self. Um, and so it's just understanding the environment and the invitation is because some environments don't deserve some people's invitations, and like it ain't nothing against you personally. I don't want to put you in a situation where I feel where you will be out of place.
Right.
Um, so we talk a little bit about adulting. I feel like we talk about it a lot on the show because you have one of the busiest lives I've ever seen in America. No, but I do feel like this the season of busyness is not necessarily a bad thing because you are involved in a lot of
I
amazing
know,
things.
and I'm tired.
And y'all, and she still be showing. I give it to her, cause baby, when I say I be tired on the weeks that I
Tired.
commute,
Yeah.
if it don't involve me to drive, baby, I can support you from here. I got you. But adulting right now, I feel like is so different
I
post pandemic.
because we tired.
I
Like
don't know what's in the air though.
I just feel like, especially millennials, and I was thinking about this morning while I was getting dressed. I was like, I'm ready to retire. And I said, you know why? Because the average millennial has been working probably for like 30 years of our life. We are tired. Okay? A lot of us been working since we was in our teens, and I feel like we done worked long enough. Like Like
Yeah, like
it's exhausting. And then now, like I say all the time, we're at a phase or stage where a lot of us we make a whole lot of money. We make decent money, but with this economy,
it
with
don't
this
feel like it.
administration, it does not feel like it. So literally, I read something. I was reading a comment on TikTok, and it was like the weekends are starting to feel like a lunch break, and they really are.
Hmm.
Like, I really gotta go to work tomorrow. I was just there.
I do feel like it's a scam. Like, why we gotta work for 40 hours to be off for 48? Like, I mean,
And it's not even a full 48 because then on Saturday, everybody in the grocery store, everybody running errands on Saturdays and Sundays because we all at work Monday through Friday.
so
That is a ghetto.
it feels like you spend a lot of time commuting. You spend way too much time in the car commuting.
Yes.
Um, the lines for the grocery store long. Um, Even if you want to have, like, let's say you do want to go out and mix and mingle with friends and
Traffic.
family, it's like it becomes an exhausting task when it's supposed to be leisure time. And I don't know what PG County did, but I'm not gonna lie. At this point, don't nobody else move here, please. Please don't come here.
And I know shade, but for the government to be furloughed, the traffic don't be giving nobody's going to work. Like,
Yeah, and I don't say this lightly because I'm a federal government employee myself. Um, I don't know what agency is or is not working, but it feel like when you look at the traffic, it's only two agencies at home because everybody else still look like they at work. There's no reason why I should have took 90 minutes to get home on a Friday. Like, where was y'all going? It's not even a holiday weekend.
man, it took me 30 minutes to go 4.1 miles on Friday. Do you know how irritated I was? Irritated. Like, when I got home Friday, I didn't do nothing. Like, nothing. Saturday, I was like, after I got my hair braided, I said, I'm going back in the house. And that's what I did. I stayed in the house. Like, I just be wanting to go home, to go lay down, to go rest. And I just feel like I really do be busy. So people don't understand. Like, when I get a moment or a day where I don't have nothing to do, I'm going to do nothing. Next weekend, I don't have nothing planned. Guess what? I'm going to do nothing. My PTO, no, when I call out, I'm not calling out to do stuff. I'm calling out to lay in the bed and do nothing.
Man, that's one reason why I need to shut down and be over. Because some of the stipulations that are in play right now, like, though I'm working, we cannot take regular leave. Like, if we take more than 8 hours of annual leave, you're going to be furloughed, no pay at home, not like work. You may be able to come back in the next, what they say, in the next pay period. So you mean to tell me now I got to take a pay cut because I couldn't come to work for 2 days, but I had to leave the covering. So like a lot of the stipulations with the furlough, I really, it's a scam. That's what it feels like. It's a scam because the people who's supposed to be voting down there in Congress, them ninjas still getting paid. And meanwhile, we have to do certain stipulations in order to get paid. Like, we it's some people not getting paid. I think one of the sisters in the sister circle showed they literally deposit $1.68.
I don't. Like, what?
Man, if I could have talked to somebody who was in the Department of Defense, man, I would have been in their office like, I'm
The
gonna knock all this
Department
shit
of
over.
War.
I'm gonna knock all this shit. Like, that's how it would make me feel. Like, you're playing in my face now.
Adulting is a scam because they literally turned this into slavery, a modern day form of slavery. We work Monday through Friday, 8 hours a week. They pay us, they take our taxes, then we all off on the same days, Saturday and Sunday, and everybody gotta hustle and bustle. They gotta go to grocery shopping, do all this other stuff. Car insurance, scam. Why we paying all this stuff every month, then you get in a car accident, and I still got to pay a deductible after I already paid you to insure my vehicle.
Health
Scam.
insurance.
Health insurance is a scam. Why I got to pay a copay? You already took out money out of my check pre-tax for my health insurance, but to go see the doctor, I still got to pay $10 for this, $20 for a specialist, $50 for out of network. Like, I don't understand. It's all a scam. Then phone companies. Now everybody got all these different plans. You gotta pay all this different stuff, and the service still don't have half work. It's a scam. It's all a scam.
It is, and I feel like every company. I'm just gonna throw this out as an example. I drove up to Philly. We came back. We went through one of the tolls. They tried to charge me a fee that was more. The toll itself was like $6. The fee was $15 for emergency services fee. I didn't have no emergency. What the hell are you charging me $15 for? But I want to say it was New Jersey. It was either Delaware or New Jersey. Either way, shout out to the person I talked to and got that thing canceled. But why y'all doing that to people? Like, we already out here struggling because of this economy is messed up, but you're charging fees. Like, you want to do something in your leisure time. For example, let's say you trying to get a ticket to go see Breezy. The fees that you have to pay on top of already a kind of expensive ticket, like adding fees on top of something that's already priced is just
because
absurd
they
to me.
money hungry, and that's why they got to come out with legislation to cap prices on resale tickets and everything else, because everything is all about taking. Like, it shouldn't cost that much to go to certain places or whatever, and you charge all these extra fees. Like, some restaurants now, they already tack on gratuity no matter how big the party is. So it's just like, okay, well, now y'all taking away the tips from y'all service, because why are you telling me what I gotta pay in gratuity versus me just
18%
leaving
gratuity for me. Just
one
me
person?
at the bar. I feel like it was one of them bars in Silver Spring that did that. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm not coming back.
So adulting is ghetto. Like, we wanted to grow up only to be what? Like, just money, 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 money. And y'all wonder why millennials be in the house.
For sure.
Right.
Maybe I was outside a lot as a kid, especially not having a kid in my early 20s. Like, I was outside a lot. And when I look back at it, like, I wasted a lot of money being outside. And so I'm definitely one of the people. I be in the house, and people think I be going all these places. I don't mind taking a road trip, but I still do not be outside spending money like that. Cause it's just it costs too much to be outside.
And then,
But we do want y'all to find, even though we do agree that adulting is a scam, find small joys and laughter so you have a balance. Because we know everyday life, it's easy to fall into patterns of, I have the same schedule Sunday through Saturday, but definitely do something to rejuvenate yourself where you feel like it's a small vacation from your regular life. Because just the pressures of work life, home life, all of that can be a lot. So as we come to the closing of our show, for this week, I really want people to please slow down on the highways. Like, we talk about how frustrated we are with traffic, and understand it can be overwhelming. Um, I do want to send prayers out to Nick and his family as he lost his older sister in a car accident. Um, Please, we've seen too many tragic accidents from people driving outrageously. Take y'all time. We all got somewhere where we need to be. Sometimes it's people on the road that shouldn't even be on the road. A lot of y'all Virginia drivers.
Or the ones with the Virginia tags that ain't, no insurance.
And I need some of y'all to love y'all elderly neighbors a little bit too. Um, and I even have challenged myself with doing that more because I see a lot of elderly people still driving on the highway and they are not driving the speed limit, which can cause an even worse accident. Their reaction time is not the same. Like instead, we have to do a better job of being selfless, um, and not being selfish, and understanding that some people don't have nobody.
Hmm.
So if you see someone that you could possibly do a kind deed to help them, and again lighten their load, um, but please, if you had the time, please take your time to do so. We always close out our show with words of wisdom, and I'm gonna give it to Fearless.
Let me see. What am I feeling today? I don't know because I'm tired, y'all. I just want to rest. So I'm going to say, um, especially thinking about what's going on. I just take some time to rest, like for real, because I feel like we don't really think about um the mental, like just taking some time for our mental. Every day you just never know. Every hour when it comes to what's going on in this administration and this government right now, you just never know. So I really am going to hone in on telling people to take a rest and take some time, um, unplug from the news, unplug from social media, unplug from the push notifications on your phone. Um, I definitely feel like that in the climate that we are in right now, we definitely need to take some time to unplug. We definitely need to take some time to rest, because I know that it's stressful. I know that it literally changes from day to day. So try to give yourself a moment of rest. And when I'm saying rest, it's not necessarily like you're not physically moving, but just a rest of from things. Give yourself a break, your mind, because everybody, like, our mind is constantly wandering, is constantly worrying about what's coming next. And so I think you need to give yourself that time to rest and find them little joys. Find a reason to smile. Find a reason to take something that's going to take your mind off of what's going on every single day. Because we literally live in a stressful time where everybody's anxieties is up. We got people SNAP benefits about to get cut off. The holidays are right around the corner, and as much as people's like cancel Christmas, but them kids want that Christmas, so you can't just cancel it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think of other ways to be creative. So just take that time to give yourself a rest, give your mental a rest, give your mental a break, um, and find something else to do other than stress. Because if you have any type of belief system, I know that most of these belief systems will tell you to hone in on your faith and to not stress. So I'm just going to tell everybody to take a rest, take a break, and give yourself those moments of not stressing. And always remember to live fearless.
Okay, I would say mine would be for words of wisdom. Understanding there's a difference between empathy and pacifying. Um, Empathy says I feel you. Pacifying says let's just move on. One connects and the other avoids. Know which one you're giving and which one you deserve. Definitely understanding that empathy means you may not agree with what's going on, but you're showing that you can definitely you may be able to relate or understand where that person's coming from, making someone feel heard and feel seen. The reason why that's important is because, like we talked about last month with suicide awareness, um, making someone feel that what they have to say is actually being listened to and they're being heard sometimes can save someone's life. Um, learn our listening skills have to be more than our talking skills. With everything that's going on in the world today, um, definitely give people space to not only have those conversations with you, and we don't always know when you're on the listening side, like what should be said and what's appropriate all the time. The one thing I always have learned to incorporate if someone wants to talk to me is asking them, do you want me to just be a listening ear or are you looking for advice? Because that definitely helps set the tone for the conversation and so you know how to show up for people. Well, we thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all.
And we will see y'all next week with Countdown to Fearless
The
Birthday.
period. Scorpio season.
We see y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.